Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Fragment Friday. This is a grumpy old guy gaming. I want to say thanks real quick to Overmaster, current host of Crab Server, where we are today, and looks like we are getting into some business at the outset here. Got an Easter Rock and a couple Ancients. Not sure if we'll survive this. The way today is going, we will more than likely die, and I will have to start over. Starting out pretty well thus far, though. Got the Ancients out of the way, and now it's just a matter of hacking through this Easter Rock. Keeping track of our hit points the whole time. Gonna get back to things once we get this welcoming party out of the road. So as I said, we are on the Crab server. Not even going to try to pronounce or tell you what the keywords are, but there they are. Level 49 light field. Also want to say, as always for Fragment Friday, the links are down below for the .hack network. Big hub source for all things .hack fandom. Puts out regular videos on the YouTubes and also has the fantastic how to set up and play Fragment guide. Definitely worth a look, and just to stop in and say hi. Also, for NetSlum, the lobby server host for Fragment, the thing all of the area servers branch off on, hosted by Alka, who runs the NetSlum Discord, and a fantastic group of players there as well. Got a squid bot, which is physical tolerant. Not the happiest thing for us to see today. Also hits for a ton, but we finally got our buffs up, so we can actually endure a little. Taking these Easter Rocks out first, because they let us use Crim's Spear to the max. Also because I forget what spell we've actually got equipped, and if it's Lightning Element, we could be in for a very long run against this. Okay. It's fire. I think we have a darkness spell. That should help us a little. Yeah, Ormeani Cruise. There we are. Get the bats going, and yeah, 600 on an elemental hit. Definitely more to our liking here. So we will be able to handle the squid bots fairly effectively with our current gear. And pick up some nice experience while we're at it. I think I had Grumpo Guy out once over the holidays. Not gonna lie, this is about my 5th attempt at a video this morning. And they've all gone terribly. Fortunately, I'm also well ahead of schedule on my new reduced upload schedule. The past year and a half I tried uploading just about every day possible, and well, the world's still crazy and I am tired. So we're taking a less is more approach. I'm sure once the weather gets warmer, I will probably get far more into things, but right now it's a matter of not having time or energy. Squidbot doing the old dance of death, and we just keep throwing bats in its face. How rude are we? One more here. That is enough for the kill, so we'll let the SP regenerate on a more natural level. Hands of Ronin acquired. Don't think that's better than the gloves we currently have, but into the dungeon I will check out all of the gear just to see. Gotta take care of these Ancients first. It's not so much the confusion I'm worried about, it's how hard they hit with those ice spells. You know, we could back up and just throw bats at the squid bot all day long, but the Ancients move fast and hit hard, and we are very tricked out for fire element with Crim's Spear. If there is a downside to the weapon, it is that it is fire element specific, which changes our resistances rather drastically, especially to the negative when it comes to water element. Fortunately, we do have that somewhat mitigated by a, lucky grab of App Room from a symbol. that is rather time dependent. I want to say pure water is what you need for the app room ability, though I'm not 100% on that because, truth be told, I always just looked at those as NPC trade bait. Making sure to get the ancient out of the way. Finally able to move now that the Squid Bod's Dance of Death is done, and now we're just going to chuck bats back and forth. Sounds like we now have 3 Squid Bods entering the fray. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a whole bunch of run around and target the one closest to us. Let's try and arrange it, because as you can see, that health regen is not inconsiderable. Probably best to just stick close to one and try and finish it off. There we go. There's one down. Other 2 are at least bloodied. We've at least hit them. See those big old purple singular eyes popping out as our speed boost goes away. So if we had to tuck tail and run, it would be more of a healthy jog at this point. Speaking of healthy, we're down to a one-on-one battle, and that's about as healthy as this situation's been in a while for us. So this field is both conquerable and challenging. And that's really right where you want your Fragment adventure to be, isn't it? Pick up a Mikazuchi there, and we have to go ahead and reapply Hunter's Blood and Speed Charm. Hunter's Blood, of course, giving the Aptorv effect. Pick up another couple random boosts, both Aprio and Anid, which will only help us more against the Squid Bods, because now we're a little stronger against their attacks, and our Darkness spell will hit a little harder. Of course, now that we're all primed for a fight, we run into a procession of risky business, not upset by that or by the Greaves sticker we pick up out of that second chest. Already forgot what was in the first. Do apologize, caffeine's still kicking in, and I can't stress this enough. I've hit my head a lot. Forgetting things, just part of the game. Ancient down right quick and in a hurry, and that allows us to go ahead and tee off on this Easter Rock. Already got it down to half health, and it's far less imposing to us when it's a one-on-one battle. Open up yet another chest, picking up all these quality 8s on experience. Once we get in the dungeon, I will go ahead and pop up a status screen so we can see if in fact we are close enough to level that we could expect to see that little graphic to go off this adventure. Our friends the Squid Bods. There you see exactly how much that boost is going to come into play for us. We're up to 550 on non-elemental hits and a cool 1100 on the elementals. We just took that Squid Bod out in 2 casts, the second one. Never have that kind of fortune again. Unfortunately, Rig Geem and Rig Same do run out on us, so we have to be a touch more cognizant of our levels there. But we make it through. 24 experience the better, and I could finally finish that sentence. Picking up some deluxe boots. For when normal boots just aren't enough. 2 portals left here in the field. Pair of Ancients. Gonna go ahead and use the Vax Tempest. Take them out in one fell swoop. Love the 100% crit chance, but moments like that are all the sweeter when you can take out 2 Ancients without a single cast. Oh, little targeting shenanigans going on there. Do finally take out the Squid Bod though, and even though our hit points took a bit of a ding, I gotta like our chances one-on-one with the Easter Rock. And there we go. Go ahead and heal the old-fashioned way. Making our way up to that final portal now. Should be Mandragoras, the food of the field here in these lightning fields. And it is a lone Easter Rock standing between us and the all clear. Hitting for a quality 240 per hit. I was going to call my grunty, and then a risky treasure popped up, so a little bit of a hiccup there, but that's mostly internal. Noble grunty, and just to prove it, there you go, I smell Mandragora over this way, Amore. That would have been much better if I could talk. Just gonna ride our way to the dungeon, and then go for the clear. As is typical for our Fragment Fridays, I know we've been doing a bunch of atypical Fragment Fridays. That was pretty much the cue of January. A couple two-parters, and just one field clear to show Helba in action. But we are now squarely into February by the time this comes out, and it's time to get back to business. Hopefully baseball's getting back to business, but chances are you don't care about that because it's 2022 and baseball is a damn boring sport to watch this day and age. First floor, we can see the stairs down right beneath us a couple rooms, which means we've got a little bit of lateral exploration before we get going too far. Again, going to try for the all clear because not only does that give our character the best chance to level, but that also gives the server the most possible experience out of this fight. Servers in Fragment will level with you. Crab server being an exception because it's already maxed out at level 99, but hey, practice like you play, right? Pick up an ion strike there. Restorative out of the jar. Hey, more squid pod. Saw a king worm pop in. Far less menacing to a long arm than it is a wave master, I will say that. Debating as to whether Vax Tempest would even be an efficient mode against two Easter rocks. Like, obviously, with the range of it, you're damaging them both, but the 240 practically guaranteed on every hit seems to be the best call for me, even when it's a mitigated damage. That was a 222. I've got to say, overall, I'm happy with that. Now, the host of buffs we had out in the field left, but we do have an app Vax going. So if we run into any ancients, the pain is coming swift. Now, if you get the chance and you want a weapon like Crim's Spear, probably the easiest way to go after it is actually in this very crab server. There are a number of fields that are designed to help you farm rares. They are set up specifically to have the best possible chance to pull a specific rare item out of the chest once you clear it and get to the end. They're usually large groupings of a particular monster, and they're typically 3 to 4 levels long and fairly straight patterns, though a couple of them do bend around, have a couple different unique patterns to them. Have a moment here while we're paralyzed by this king worm. Love the graphics from the PS2 era. The worm literally launched itself inside the wall and then back down just to cause us discomfort. Now it's time to get back to the business of fighting. It fails a paralyze attempt. Got it down under half. Of course, rather massive for the level size here, talking over 4,000 hit points. May seem like a bit of a chore hacking it down 240 points at a time, but you should really try taking it down like 30 hit points at a time. That's an adventure. Rig Game and Rig Same wearing off. Going to take a moment and reapply those. As promised, since I forgot on the opening screen, take a look at the status page. 631 experience into level 50 as we speak, so level 51 not out of the realm of possibility if we get like 5-6 floors deep. Maybe less if there's a bunch of battle. I'm just sort of estimating here. I'm going to say 5 is right, somewhere between the 4th and 5th floor, if they're all, like, crammed with battle. Again, remember, portals don't guarantee battle. Very good chance there's a chest. I have gone through entire floors without a battle before. Not very often, but it does happen. Gotta get away from this Easter rock, or we will never finish the squid bod. Also, it turns out that other one had snuck behind, so very good to get out of the way there. That would have been a fantastic time for an elemental hit, just to take it out clean. Didn't get it, but we did get the kill the following one. Easter rock once again gets a little too close to us, so our targeting is thrown awry. If you were unaware, Fragment will auto-target the closest monster to you. You can go in from the menu and target with spells. Any monster in your line of sight, but if you're just using a shortcut, chances are it's going to hit the thing closest to you. So important thing to remember there. Another important thing to remember here is when I'm up against 3 squid bods, I really want to keep those hit points up. That should do it for number 1. And we've already got a good lead in on second squid bod. Make sure that targeting reticle stays on. Very close. Very close to the edge there. Well into the orange, perhaps the red health. Didn't hear the critical chimes going off, but I know I was down to about 20%. One-on-one, and this squid bot just seems to have had enough. It's just kind of sitting there. Finally gets around to moving while we mage his soul back up. Actually, it may be Artisan Soul at this point on this character. Rig-Geeb and Rig-Same probably close to running out, but there's more than likely only one more portal. Yeah. So we'll take our chance here. And it's a King Worm. Honestly, probably the best case scenario. Can hit fairly well, but at this point its main strength against us is paralyzed and super high hit points. Take it down nice and easy. Go ahead with a follow up just to get hit points back up. And that's floor 1. Bit more combat than I expected, and at a very challenging rate. Does seem everything is giving in the 8 experience level, and I'm cool with that. That is a good amount of experience for Fragment. If you're getting newer into this game, you may not be used to such a slow experience curve, and really that's just another helpful reminder from the game that it's about the journey, not the destination. Speaking of destination, a little closer to ours as we start into floor number 2. Once again, see a number of rooms, most of which have a portal. That diagonal hallway to the left more than likely won't, as this is a procedurally generated dungeon, and they typically have those diagonal rooms as safe. Couple squid bods here on the second floor. Starting out strong with an elemental hit or 2. Knew the streak had to end sometime. But either way, getting rid of one entirely while the second one gets stuck in the stem of that little T shape. Wow, my fingers just went dumb there, my apologies. You could probably hear the buttons clicking in the background too, because I am using like a cheap $20 USB controller. It's okay, it's all about the experience here. feel free to just hone in on that if the clicking of the buttons really gets you going. Next portal up, just a treasure chest, and we will happily take that. Speaking of just a treasure chest, there's another. That's an ion strike. Coming down this left side here, we see the stairs down on just right of beneath. Get a couple chests in this diagonal hallway, giving us the moon and raging plasma respectively. This room here is going to hold an egg at most. Turns out nothing this time, but it's such a cool room, and it's pretty much exclusive to these fields. Got two little fixtures there, an altar, all kinds of folks who were not very lucky hanging around on either side. Very grim sense of decor in Dot Hack, especially in the R1 games. But in all fairness, they do call it the dungeon. Kind of expect these things. Another king worm to hack at, and a hack and we will go. Hear that immature egg just bouncing away in the background. Probably my simultaneous favorite and least favorite thing about the Grunty foods. The sound effects. Nice 13 from the king worm. Risky treasure here. Don't have to get anywhere near that immature egg, so no bouncing sounds to be had. Just pick up our stone greaves and make our way to the last two portals of this second floor. Actually went fairly quickly. What do we got here? Brown worm. Earth element and dragon type. Technically worm type, but yeah, it's dragon enough for me. Dropping some rocks from nowhere as we keep hacking away. Breath weapon does a sizable bit of damage. Rig game and rig same do wear off, so we will go ahead and quick replenish those, unlike last time where I said, one portal, what's the big deal? Gonna be a bit more cautious as we head further down. Couple treasures here in the room, and now it's off to the next portal smack dab in the middle. That's gonna give us our friends, the squid bods. Gonna keep moving around. Make sure the damaged squid bod is our target. Now it's a one-on-one, and you gotta feel good about a one-on-one shot against these guys. One more will do it. Anything but a miss was gonna be a kill there. Pick up a lightning bolt. And that'll end second floor rather smoothly. Floor number 3 now. See something that looks suspiciously like a statue room. Reapply buffs, and just for the sake of argument, to see whether my estimation skills are on point today or not, we'll take a look at the status page real quick. Yeah, 750. Don't think we're going to see 250 experience points out of this floor, but you never know. Brown worm is certainly a strong start on the experience meter. 13 if we kill it, minus 1,000 if we fail. Not gonna fail. Next room's got a couple treasure chests with a portal right in the middle. That is in itself a treasure chest. So loot up and then scoot up into the next room. Hear an immature egg bouncing. Fortunately, out of our range as we attack yet another brown worm. Gonna be scrolling about here, looking for a thumbnail. There we go. Get rid of the map for a sec. Next room up. Got a risky treasure. Let's see what this risky business yields. A Mikazuchi. Ooh, a Wonder Demon. Fire tolerant, so that's going to be a bit of a damper on us. I mean, we're not going to use any of our fancy lance skills. But it also means it's attacking into our strongest element. Pretty solid battle there. And another solid 13 experience. Been getting some heavyweight punchers in this dungeon, but we've been battling our way through and making some serious gains in the process. Yet another treasure chest with a stone soleret. Now confirmed that that is indeed the statue chest, but we will save it for the end. Got a king worm that all of a sudden looks like just another monster rather than the big bad of this dungeon. Amazing what a difference a floor can make, right? Failed paralysis attempt pretty much tells us how this fight ends, and that's with a whimper, not a bang. Actually finish over 900 hit points, which is pretty darn good. One more portal left in this here dungeon. And it's going to be a Wonder Demon, a fitting end to the dungeon. We get the all clear sign there. And it means we get to battle something that has some considerable teeth, for lack of a better term. In this case, I guess, considerable pendulum blade-shaped hands spinning on the end of tentacles, while its real arms are folded perpetually in front of its chest. But there you have it, our final 13 experience for this dungeon. Pick up a lightning bolt post-battle. Got one more chest, guarded by a couple robots with some raging plasma. And now it's time to wander our way over to the statue room. Just gonna full heal in case there is an ambush coming out of the dungeon, because you never know till you know. But on to the statue room we go. Treasure time. We get a witch's wand, a rainbow card, and another rainbow card. Checking out the gear. Crim's spear is the only long arm weapon we got, and really the only long arm weapon we need. Nothing in the way of headgear, which is fine because Owl Crest is fantastic. Spirit Halberd in reserve, never going to replace Sublime Stole because I am all about the Rig Game and Rig Same. Hades gloves are our gloves of choice here. And we have all kind of footwear here. The Guard Soleret. It's a level 88. It gives us null damage, so it's going to be real tough for me to back away from the Guard Soleret. And I really don't see a single thing here that's going to do that for us. Turns out the Hands of Ronin must be heavy armor, which makes sense because Ronin is a wandering samurai. That is going to do it for this adventure. Another successful Fragment Friday run. If you get the chance, do hop on, party up, have yourself an adventure, or if, you know, people to run with are lacking, head offline. Just enjoy yourself some .hack Fragment today if you can. In the meantime, this has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.